Title: My wife called me at work, panic in her voice. What I found at home left me shattered. Chapter 1: The Call. It was just another Thursday afternoon at the office when my phone buzzed. The name on the screen made my chest tighten. Emily, my wife. Her voice was not the calm, measured tone I was used to. It was frantic. Come home now. Please, just come now. I shot upright in my chair. What happened? Are the kids okay? But she cut me off. Just hurry. And the line went dead. The 20-minute commute became 10. My knuckles turned white around the steering wheel as every possible scenario ran through my mind. An accident, a break-in, something with the kids. When I finally turned onto our street, my heart stopped. Police cars lined the driveway. Red and blue lights splashed across the windows. Neighbors stood whispering at a distance. Before I could even step out of the car, my son, barely 15, bolted from the house and ran into my arms, trembling violently. Tears streaked his face. "Dad, don't go inside," he whispered, voice cracking. "Mom doesn't want you to see." "See what?" I asked, but he just shook his head, clinging to me like a child half his age. I couldn't stop now. I gently pried him off, gave him a reassuring squeeze, and pushed past him toward the door. The moment I stepped inside, the truth awaited me, and it was far worse than anything I had imagined on the drive home. Chapter 2: The Horrifying Truth. The air inside hit me immediately, heavy, metallic, wrong. It wasn't just tension. It was dread. The living room was swarming with officers, radios crackling, their voices hushed but urgent. Flashlights swept the floor, the corners, the staircase. And then I saw it. The reason my son had begged me not to come in. On the carpet, partially covered by a white sheet, lay a man lifeless. At first, my mind refused to register it. Just a body, faceless under the cloth. But when an officer shifted the sheet slightly, my heart stopped. I knew that face. It wasn't a stranger. It was Nick, my wife's co-worker, the same man whose late-night texts had filled my phone for months. The friend she always insisted I was imagining. Across the room, my wife sat on the couch, hair disheveled, mascara streaked, 2 officers flanking her with notepads out. She looked up at me, eyes wide with terror. "I didn't mean for you to find out this way," she whispered. My son's words echoed in my mind. "Mom doesn't want you to see." Now I understood why. The horrifying truth wasn't just that there was a dead man in my home. It was that my wife's lies, her betrayal, her secret life, had just exploded into the open. Police were witnesses. My son was trembling, and my world was collapsing. Chapter 3: The Investigation and Her Lies. The room seemed smaller now. The flashing red and blue lights from the patrol cars, painted shadows across the walls like the house itself, was pulsing with the truth I had uncovered. An officer approached. "Sir, you need to step outside. We're still gathering statements." I couldn't move. My eyes stayed locked on my wife. Her hands trembled, her voice cracking as she spoke to the detective. It was an accident. He came over. We argued. Her words stopped when she realized I was listening. When she finally looked at me, tears flowed harder, but I saw it. Not grief, not shock, but fear. Fear of exposure. "It's not what it looks like. Please believe me." "Nick!" He just showed up uninvited. He forced his way in. Even as she spoke, her story collapsed. Officers exchanged glances. Neighbors had already reported seeing Nick's car at our house multiple times. Her excuse fell apart. Then my son, still trembling, stepped forward. "Dad!" He wasn't uninvited. "He's been here a lot. Mom told me not to tell you." The room froze. My wife went pale. In one sentence, my son had revealed the truth the police were still circling. This was an accident. This was an affair, a double life laid bare. Chapter 4: The Affair Uncovered. His words hung in the air like a blade. The officer leaned toward the detective, whispered something. Moments later, the detective said aloud, "Several neighbors reported seeing this man's car outside your house multiple times, including overnight visits." My wife's face drained of color. She tried to speak. Yes, he was here, but it's not what it looks like. He needed me." Her words dissolved into sobs. But my heart was no longer breaking. It was hardening. My son clutched my arm. I didn't want to keep secrets from you. Dad, she made me promise. I'm sorry. I held him close, fury simmering beneath calm. My son had been forced into silence while she carried on an affair under my roof. That betrayal cut deeper than anything else. The officer closed his notebook. This isn't just a domestic dispute. We'll need to review evidence carefully. For the first time, my wife looked terrified, not of me, but of consequences beyond her control. The horrifying truth wasn't just a dead man on my floor. It was that her secret life had finally been exposed. And while the police investigated a crime, I was already planning something else. Revenge. Chapter 5. The police leave, but my revenge begins. Hours passed before the flashing lights faded and the officers left. They had taken statements, sealed evidence, and carried the body away under a sheet. The neighborhood buzzed with whispers. Inside, the walls felt cold, contaminated. My wife sat at the kitchen table, hollow-eyed, staring at her hands. My son clung to me, radiating confusion and betrayal. I knew then that whatever remained of this marriage had died alongside Nick on the living room floor. She tried to speak. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. He cared for me in ways you never... I raised a hand. Save it. You've already said enough. I tucked my son into bed that night, promising he wouldn't have to keep secrets anymore. His whispered, "Thank you, Dad," cut deeper than any slap ever could. And standing in the dark hallway, I realized this wasn't just betrayal. This was justice. The police had exposed the affair. Now it was my turn to uncover every hidden lie, every financial trail, every secret she thought buried. Chapter 6. Digging into her secrets. The next morning, the house was eerily quiet. She tiptoed around, eyes swollen from crying. I didn't care anymore. I wasn't her audience. I was her reckoning. I started small. Bank statements, credit cards, hidden expenses. There they were. Hotel bookings under her name on nights. She claimed to work late. Luxury dinners on our joint card. Cash withdrawals lining up with weekends when Nick was supposedly on business trips. Every receipt, every number, told the story she had tried to hide. Then I went digital. While she slept in the guest room, I opened her laptop. Emails, messages, photos. Proof she had not only been seeing Nick, but bragging about it to her sister. Threads mocking me, painting me as boring, laughing about sneaking around. Buried deeper were plans. Selling the house, taking custody of our son, bleeding me dry in divorce court. Nick wasn't just a fling. He was her escape plan. And now he was gone. Her whole scheme had collapsed. She thought the nightmare ended with the police leaving. But I had only just begun. Chapter 7. Setting the trap. By now, I had everything. Proof of the affair, lies, and financial betrayal. Exposing her wasn't enough. I wanted her to feel the same helplessness she'd forced on me. Cornered. Humiliated. Trapped. I organized everything. Financial records, hotel receipts, dinner bills, cash withdrawals, emails, text screenshots, witness statements, neighbors' observations. It was airtight. Divorce court wouldn't just free me. It would strip her of custody, alimony, or sympathy. But revenge needed to cut deeper than legal papers. I copied her damning messages, mocking me, calling me boring, plotting with Nick. Then I planned them to land where they would sting most. Her family, her workplace, our friends. For days, I remained calm, pretending nothing was happening. My wife moved like a ghost, sensing the storm. When she finally asked, voice cracking, "Are you to leave me?" I smiled faintly. "Not just leave. I'm going to make sure everyone sees who you really are." She thought the worst day of her life was discovering Nick's body. She was wrong. The worst day was yet to come. Chapter 8. The public exposure. The storm hit on a Saturday. The first wave, her parents and siblings. Her mocking messages, plans with Nick, screenshots of sneaking him into our home. They landed in inboxes. Shock calls poured in. I ignored them. Next, her office. I forwarded select work emails to her boss. Subject line: employee misconduct, not for HR to ignore. By Monday, whispers spread. Her career teetered. Final wave, friends. Screenshots in group chats expose her lies. Some were silent, others expressed disgust. Friends she once bragged had turned on her. She screamed, sobbed, begged me to stop. No, I said softly. You destroyed yourself. I just showed everyone the truth. Hiding an affair was betrayal. But forcing me and my son to live in lies, that was real betrayal. Her reputation shredded, career in ruins, family respect gone. She finally understood the cost of underestimating me. Chapter 9, the final legal blow. Public humiliation shattered her pride. But real revenge required permanence. At the divorce hearings, she appeared subdued, head low, papers trembling in her hands. My lawyer laid out evidence. Hotel receipts, dinner bills, emails, chat logs, neighbor statements, my son's affidavit. Her lawyer tried to paint me as vindictive. The judge wasn't convinced. Evidence was undeniable. Full custody went to me. No alimony, no asset share. The judge added a strongly worded statement about dishonesty and breach of trust. She walked out with nothing, clothes on her back, the very outcome she had once threatened me with. Now, I lived peacefully with my son. The house is quiet, honest. Shadows and lies are gone. When I pass the hallway mirror, I remember her slap, her laughter, but feel only satisfaction. Silence wasn't weakness. It was the weapon that ended her. Was this revenge justified? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like if you agree. Share with someone who needs this energy, and subscribe to Lauren's Story for more jaw-dropping tales of betrayal and justice. Because here, every lie has a reckoning, and every betrayal finds its shadow.